Buonasera, signore, buonasera. Com'è bello stare a Napoli e sognare. Quante volte ho sussurrato amore ti amo. Buonasera, signore, kiss me goodnight. Buonasera, signore, kiss me goodnight. Buongiorno, buonasera.
Buona Sera, Lena. Buona Sera. What a great day. What a great day.
It is always a great day when I'm with you, Charles, and I thought I would say buongiorno and practice saying that.
I like that, but Buona Sera to me, I just think of being happy. Buona Sera.
Yeah, buonasera, buonasera. And it's the name of our show. I guess I should say that.
And it is. That's what I'm thinking. The music, everything with Buona Sera, it's Buona Sera always to me on our show.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be with you today, Charles, and thank you everyone out there for watching, and make sure you sign up if you'd like to get these shows delivered to your inbox. So go to lenaprima.com and sign up for emails. So today, Charles, my background is Marzamemi, Sicily, and it's a little fishing village. I think it's known for tuna. I watched a video and the couple was talking about how it was known for tuna, and it's located on the Ionian Sea on the coast of Sicily, and it has a population of 367.
Wow. What a big metropolitan.
A nice place to go, though, and have a meal and walk around, and look at it, it's so beautiful.
It is. And, it reminds me obviously of Greece. And we know that Greece and Sicily have a close connection. But Greece has a lot of these villages as well. So why not go to Sicily instead?
Yeah. So a little history because I want to impress you, Charles.
Okay.
In 1959, a Byzantine merchant ship was found near Marzamemi. The vessel, which might date back to the 6th century during the reign of Justinian I, contained decorative elements of a church's nave.
Wow. Okay.
Are you impressed?
I am impressed. I am impressed.
What's a church's nave, Charles? I should know this, but I don't.
You set me up, Lena. I don't. And, I'm not going to look away from the camera right now to Google it on my phone.
No, because I will find out and post a picture or something. How about that?
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
Anyway, so interesting, right? Do you know about Marzamemi?
I know a little bit more about Syracuse and Noto. So
that's part of that.
Yes, that little corner, that southeastern corner of Sicily. Syracuse right there. It's a great area.
We're learning so much about Sicily.
It's a great spot. And next in that part is Syracuse right there. Syracuse is actually where the first battle was waged for America. Sicily was already at war with Libya over slavery. The Libyans were enslaving Sicilians. When they started doing it to the American merchant ships in early 1800s, America joined the war and was based out of Syracuse.
I knew if I fished for some history, no pun intended, Charles would come up with it. So, Charles, I know you went to Charles's travels. We're going with Charles's travels right now. I know you were in Vicksburg. Tell us about your little trip to Vicksburg.
Vicksburg was wonderful. This family, going back 5 generations, was there. In 1899, 5 Italians were lynched, and the state of Mississippi put a marker up where their graves are. There was no tombstones there. They were actually lynched in Louisiana and Tallulah, and somebody said you can't bury these people with the people that lynched them. They moved the bones to Vicksburg, and now the state of Mississippi put up a historic marker where the bones are. And it was a beautiful ceremony. The mayor of Tallulah was there. A lot of recognition of what goes on, and the story is being told. We're going to make a video about that will be on WLAE soon. And it was really nicely done, the ceremony and telling the story of what happened to these 5 gentlemen, which they didn't do anything wrong, but that was a period where people were not friendly towards Sicilians. These guys are from Cefalù, and oddly enough, one of them son, the big part of it is the one of them that was murdered, his son was classified as an orphan in Sicily because there was no dad. So they took the child away from the mom, but that turned out to help the child because he went to boarding school and got a great education and then came to America and became a big success. So he overcame this handicap of losing his dad before they had the money to send for the mother and the child to come to America. The dad was killed. And yet the son still made it. His kids and his grandkids were part of this, putting this project together to get this recognition.
Oh, how inspiring. What a great story. My good friend, Kathy Lewis, she lives in Mississippi. She was saying that there's a restaurant there. And it's Cerami's restaurant.
He's one of the names listed on the marker that was, yes, he's a relative of one of the 5 that were murdered.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yes,
So
there's Cerami there in Vicksburg.
yeah, she said it's great restaurant. They're great people at Cerami's. So you're going to have to go there next and report back.
I like your assignments, Lena. Come on.
If it involves Italian food.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, speaking of food, Charles, I have a check this out today. You know, this is a controversial subject, but I thought I'd find a list of the best pizza in the United States. So departures.com compiled this list of 13, and I thought, ooh, 13, it's the Italian lucky number.
The number 13. 13.
So I'm just going to list these off. So around the country, wherever you are, let's hear what you have to say about these pizza places. So here they are: Santarpio's in Boston, Serious Pie in Seattle, Little Dom's in Los Angeles, Pizzeria Bedia in Philadelphia, Lou Malnati's in Chicago, Timber Pizza Company in Washington, D.C., which next time we go to the National Italian American Foundation Gala, we'll have to go check this place out, Charles.
Absolutely. I imagine a lot of good Italian business gets done there.
Yeah. Tony's Pizza Napoletana in San Francisco, Frank Pepe Pizzeria Napoletana in New Haven, Connecticut, Totono's Pizzeria in Coney Island.
Love it. Love it. Coney Island. I like that idea.
Pizzeria Bianco in Phoenix, Arizona, Roberta's in Brooklyn, a Pizza Scholes or Scholes, not sure how to pronounce that, in Portland, Oregon, and O4W Pizza, Duluth, Georgia. Yeah, so that's the list. Departures.com, 13 best pizzas across the United States, and I'm sure we'll have folks chiming in.
Please do.
So I thought, well, New Orleans isn't on the list. So I got to find the New Orleans list. Where's that? You know, so nola.eater.com listed 18 pizza places of the best pizza in New Orleans. And number 1 on the list is Oak Oven on Jefferson Highway in Harahan. And Charles, I believe you went there to check it out.
You gave me an assignment, and I did go check it out. And the place was actually, it's a small place, but it was packed. I had a split pizza so I could try the margarita and the pizza carne. And then I was coming home, and I called a friend to say I was going to go there. So she said, well, you know, bring me a slice of pizza. And she didn't give me any of it back. So I had half a pizza, and she took the whole thing. She really liked the pizza. It's great pizza. I have to say it's a really good choice. Sophia's in New Orleans just opened, and I've been there a few times, and they've got a great atmosphere if you're in the warehouse district. Harahan, great place, more family-focused, pizza oven there, and that whole strip, Jefferson Highway, has got a lot of Italian restaurants on it. So there's a little Italy going on in Harahan.
Oh, cool, Charles. I love it. Maybe we should do a little pizza segment every week. You can go try pizza.
I like that idea.
And let's highlight all the pizza you can get everywhere, because that's a thing, you know, like pizza's a thing.
Pizza is a thing. I'll tell you, our good friend John Viola, he came down here to try the pizza. And in New York, they have an attitude about their pizza, but I think some people in New Orleans can rival New York pizza.
Yeah, New York does have great pizza. Definitely the East Coast. But, you know, Italians just make good food, so I'm sure there's just plenty of yummy pizzas that maybe Charles can try.
We'll do that. And, you know, my grandmother's pizza at Gino's in Monroe, she put fennel seeds in the dough. And I don't want to get
really?
out. Really made a great pizza.
Also, just a quick story you told me about that area. There was an airplane contest. Yes.
So the contest was who could keep a plane in the air the longest in 1910 would win $4,000. And John Moisant, that's Moisant Airport, was right down the street. MSY stands for Moisant Stockyards. So John Moisant came to town. He was the first guy to fly a passenger over the English Channel. He was flying around the country. He had about 6 cities. New Orleans was one of them. And he was actually a daredevil. So he comes here. He first, on December 30th, he raced in City Park. There used to be a horse racing track there against a Packard, and he lost by a couple of seconds, 5-mile race of ovals. And then the next day, he was going to keep the plane in the air for 8 hours, flying from Harahan to City Park and back all day long. And as he left City Park to go fill it up with gas in Harahan to start this, he caught a wind shear, and it flipped the plane upside down. He fell out of the plane. He was 25 feet off the ground, no seat belts in those days, and he broke his neck and died.
Oh, tragic.
Very tragic. That's why they named the area after him. The stockyards got his name. But what's equally amazing is only 20 years later, Jimmy Wydell and Harry Williams used that same area for their planes and their airport. And in 1933, they won every race in America for the fastest airplane. They were racing.
No kidding. Oh,
No
that's
kidding.
cool.
So there's a marker there at Elmwood on Veterans Highway about Wydell Williams. And the Moisant thing happened at a park called Zerang Park in Harahan. And there's a couple of places you can eat and have a drink there. I think it's called the Enview right there. So great time if you want to go learn a little bit history on aviation, go to Harahan.
Well, thank you for that little tidbit,
Yes.
Charles. And why don't we get more Charles tidbits right now, because we're going to head right on into Charles Celebrates Culture.
Okay, later. The historian, the history guy. So today we're looking at, you can see the statue behind me, the monument is the monument to the immigrant. And it was by Franco Alessandrini. It's in New Orleans on the Mississippi River. And on my other shoulder is a photo of a tall ship that came in for the tricentennial. And I imagine this would have what it could have looked like in the 1800s when Sicilians were coming in to immigrate into New Orleans. So Franco, great guy. He's done 3 monuments in New Orleans area. One's in Baton Rouge, Columbus. He's done the monument to the immigrant. And he's also done Pope John Paul II. And we're working with him right now on a new monument to the Sicilian sugarcane harvester that would go at Homer's house in Burnside, Louisiana. So he was a great man. He's been with us, splits his time between Italy and New Orleans. Unbelievable that we have somebody of that talent living in New Orleans.
Hi, welcome to Celebrating Culture. We're here with Franco Alessandrini, who's an artist in New Orleans. Franco, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
So tell me, what brings you to New Orleans from Italy?
I love the city. New Orleans in Italy is pretty much like Florence, where I come from, is full of art. Talk about figurative art, sculpture and painting. In New Orleans also is a lot of art, a lot of artists, a lot of writers, and mostly music. The art of music and the art of painting, I think, is a wonderful combination.
You've got 2 great sculptures here in New Orleans, the Monument to the Immigrant and the Monument to the Pope. The Monument to the Immigrant is iconic. It's on the waterfront. How did you envision that?
That was a commission from the Italian community. So when I got this commission, I started trying to figure out how to express the feeling of immigration in New Orleans. And I started reading and looking at pictures and so on. I realized that the best thing for me to do was just to recreate one photograph of these people stepping down from the ship and let them tell you the story, tell you how they felt and the way you feel.
The hope, the fears.
When you look at them, you can possibly try to figure out what they felt.
And then you've done another one since, the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope was a wonderful experience. Mr. Frank Mazzelli commissioned me to do the Pope. Then while I was doing the Pope, there was the possibility for the Pope to bless the statue, and he did. We went to St. Peter's Square.
Yes.
And the Pope came out, and I thought he would probably bless from far away. And so he came over there, he touched the statue and all that, and he talked to Frank and all that. So it was a wonderful experience.
In New Orleans, you're doing seafood, the fish, the oysters.
Before the warfare, in 1970, I started doing silkscreen poster for the Festa d'Italia. At the time it was very big. And then during the warfare, I was the artist in residence at the Italian village. And I did the Louisiana alphabet, which became the official alphabet of the state of Louisiana, made by the governor. So that was a very big thing.
Yes.
It's very important.
Now, I also see in your paintings, you love music. There's energy. Futurism, cubism have been called, but I mean, you have a special style.
You know, jazz basically is a classic form of music, which then has a lot of improvisation, interpretation, right? And my painting is the same thing. Basically, it's a very classic thing, but there is a lot of improvisation, try to recreate it, like the music, the sound, try to recreate the emotion and the feeling of the musician.
One of my favorite jazz musicians is Nick LaRocca.
And mine too.
So what are your thoughts about Nick?
We have to recognize that he's the first person who recorded a jazz record before anybody else.
Did,
so
yes.
that's a history. You cannot erase that. And he was really, as we know, a classic trained musician. He loved opera. You know, he used to be working at the opera house
Yes.
as an electrician.
And Nick's dad actually brought over a trumpet when he came over from Sala Peruta, Italy.
His dad, he loved music, but when Nick tried to play, he broke 2 or 3 trumpets because he never wanted for him to play. You know, you waste your time, you go to work. And this is what happened. But you know, I guess he was, he really loved music so much that he stick with it.
So Franco, where is your art located?
My art located mostly, like I said, in the United States and in Italy, where I have some monument and also some sculpture and different private collection, and painting and graphic work.
I understand you have a website, and it's francoalessandriniart.com. And people can go there to find out where your sculptures are, and you got some in Texas, Louisiana, and in Italy. And then there's a private studio in New Orleans.
I have a private studio in Italy too. I have a gallery over there which has a permanent collection of my work, and there's one in Fort Worth too. So there's a place where you can see my work.
Oh, wonderful. I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of Celebrating Culture. There's a lot more to see and do outside New Orleans. New Orleans Insider Tour app actually has numerous other places to visit, such as Lake Pontchartrain, where New Orleans was discovered. With these apps, you can really experience all Louisiana has to offer.
That was a really terrific interview you had with him. I loved hearing him talk and seeing all of his beautiful artwork. And I got to tell you, when I first moved to New Orleans and saw that beautiful monument, I got so emotional. He really put the love and the passion and the feeling he wanted to convey of what it was like for immigrants to come to America and be in New Orleans. And you can just feel it from that beautiful monument. It's just extraordinary.
He is, and his marble comes from Carrara, Italy. So he goes back and picks out his marble. He knows his history. He's just got that ability to put the look in someone's face of what's going on. And also he can paint. He's an amazing painter.
Yeah, his paintings are quite amazing. I just loved it, Charles.
I do love Franco, and he's got a dry sense of Italian humor. So when you know him, you'll say some things in there that are really great because he's with the language barrier. It's a little bit tough, but he knows his history, and he's pretty astute.
Yeah, I'm sure that the new monument is going, we've of course shown the sketches here on the show, preliminary sketches, and it's going to be another one that just gives you that feeling of your ancestors and what they were doing and how hard they worked. So we're looking forward to when that's completed.
It is. It is great what he's done, the way he's done it. And your friend Morris Vaccarella was telling the story about his grandfather being a sugarcane harvester. So it's a great combination of honoring all those Sicilians that came over here to cut sugarcane.
Absolutely wonderful, Charles. And thank you for all that you do and teaching us all about our culture and our heritage here in Louisiana. We love you, Charles.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. But likewise, I mean, there's so many people that are contributing. I'm just part of the gumbo, you know.
We love it. All right, Charles, thank you so much. And we are going to head into our La Musica segment right now. And, you know, our first show that we did, I featured myself. I showed a wonderful video from a show I did at the Smith Center in Las Vegas, where I was performing Just a Gigolo, one of my dad's biggest hits, and had some friends up on stage and a lot of fun. And I had made an album out of that show that I released in 2020. So I thought today I would go back and talk about an incredible project that I worked almost a year on, that I'm really extremely proud of, released in 2019, called Prima La Famiglia. And it's an album of all Italian songs that were from, you know, very early days, and stuff my dad recorded the 40s, the 30s, and on up until the early 70s. Just some really great Italian, I guess, pop songs, novelty songs, whatever you want to call them, but in the big band style, which I love. And got some fantastic musicians, recorded it in Nashville. And I put together a little mini documentary about the making of the album, show a little bit of footage of me singing a Nick LaRocca song, which my dad recorded, and he put his little Sicilian flair in there. He put the Sicilian in.
That is great, Lena. That is so good. And you have flair as well. I mean, you know, you really do a great job with bringing the big band sound to all your events. So it's thrilling. It is really thrilling to work with that. And the fact that you're here in New Orleans for us to enjoy over Vegas. So we're blessed right now.
Thank you so much, Charles. So let's enjoy this little video. I hope you like it. Lena Prima. I'm working on a really great project. It's a big band album of Italian heritage music that was recorded by my father, the great Louis Prima.
So everybody kind of like let's gather around Lena.
Okay.
That's Italian!
Oh, Italian! Viva Italian! I'm really excited about this album because it's the music that Italian Americans grew up with back in the 40s and carried on throughout generations. They play this music in their family homes and when they're having their Sunday dinners, and these are just beloved songs.
Be great. See that you're born in Italiano and your life will be great.
Working with these amazing musicians, engineer Andy Waterman, producer Scott Williamson, who also did the amazing drum tracks, and Lauren Seaberth, who put in endless amounts of hours writing these beautiful arrangements.
Oh Marie, in your arms he's longing to be.
The amount of work that went into this project, I'm just so grateful to everybody that has participated in the project. Everybody put their love and time and energy, love of the music too, because everybody involved with this really loves this type of music. It's just a wonderful atmosphere of all of us together involved enjoying the process.
Oh no, here he comes again! Hey, please, no squeeze a da banana. If you squeeze a officer, please squeeze a da coconut. Squeeze a da watermelon, but please no squeeze a da banana.
There's a couple of really special songs on the album that are close to my heart that I think about my dad. One of them I found, it's from 1966, the movie A Man Called Flintstone. My father sang an Italian song as Fred Flintstone singing to Wilma. And when I was 4, I heard his voice coming out of this character in this movie, and I knew it was my dad. And of course now we have Google, and I found it, and it's a beautiful song called Pensate Amore.
Pensate amore, pensate amore. Think love, think love, think
This whole process of making this album has been incredibly exciting for me. I've never recorded a big band album or with strings, and it's been a dream of mine to do an album like this.
I'll be down to get you in a push car, honey. Better be ready about 8:30.
It's great to be surrounded by these great people who have an appreciation and love for this music and making it sound the way it's supposed to sound. I'm just so grateful for that. And I just want to thank everybody that put all their time and effort into making this happen.
Shoes when they play the lasagna blues. Tomorrow night at the Dark Town Strutters Ball.
Sounds exactly like I want it to sound, and I just couldn't be prouder of it. And I know my dad would be really proud of this album.
Sit on a block of party ball. Tomorrow night at the Dark Town Strutters Ball.
Okay, yay, I'm clapping for my own self right now.
Go, Lena. Go, Lena.
But really, it's about the music, and it's about passing it down to others, next generation. And you know what would make me really happy is to know that Italian Americans have this album on when they're making their Sunday dinners, and they have they have their family gatherings, and they're dancing around the kitchen.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure that they have other moments as well that they pick it up for as well. I mean, it is a great album, and it's all about family. I mean, the title fits it perfectly, and what you are as far as the Italian spirit and heritage, you bring it out so well with your own music, your dad's music, and a little bit of Nick LaRocca thrown in. Can't hurt.
Yes, so you can get the album at BasonStreetRecords.com. It's on vinyl too. It's on CD and of course digital downloads and wherever digital music is sold. But go to BasonStreetRecords.com and get it on vinyl, just so you have that commemorative thing.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it. To have that a piece of vinyl there, the jacket, the album cover, there's nothing better.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Charles. It was great fun today, and I learned a lot.
And I smile a lot with your music and everything you bring too. And I'm going to go get some pizza, I think, now.
I know. I'm so like, all I want is pizza now. Pizza for breakfast. It's the best.
It is. It is.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Quante volte ho sussurrato amore ti amo. Buona sera, signore, kiss me goodnight.
Hi, I'm Lena Prima. My music is available on Amazon and iTunes, also BasonStreetRecords.com and LenaPrima.com. Please like my Facebook page, Lena Prima Official, and follow me on Instagram at Lena Prima. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lena Prima. Thank you so much. Ciao.
Our New Orleans Insider Tour app features a Statue Stories and Spirits tour. There are over 150 markers that all have a little story. Download our tour to make your stay in New Orleans extra special.